I need to understand. To understand. Good morning to everyone. Let me do a quick mic check. You're not hearing any sound. Alright. What about now? Good morning, good morning, good morning. So it seems I'm currently muted. Okay, I think Alright. So I guess everyone should be able to hear me from wherever they're streaming from this morning. So good morning to you all. Good morning to you all again. We didn't meet last week, Friday. I was too tired. So today we're just going straight into where we have analysis. Now, as of last week, analyzing USD. Hold on a minute. Alright. So as of last week, analyzing everything here on USD, I remember telling us that we're going to be buying Euro USD, and of which we did here, which is the fair value gap in 4 hours. When it goes to 2 hours, I told you that it was 2 fair value gaps. So if you watch it from the video, from the stream of on Wednesday, so I said there were 2 fair value gaps here, one here, one here. And so when we combine that together, you see it is just one full fair value in 4 hours. And so I said we're going to be trading from the possible encroachment. That is will be our entry, and the drawn liquidity should be the overall high here. And the price completed that objective last week. So only 4 hour, we took out 4 hour, and we're done. Alright, so I'm just going to delete this, given that we're done with the trade now. So now we have a new low on the market, but before that, it's obvious, I think it's quite obvious, that if we go to the weekly, the daily, everything should be bullish. So you go to the weekly like this, you see it's bullish, and it's heading for this high. But then I don't want to just speculate and just do whatever, because in the weekly time frame, this is a sweep of liquidity. On the weekly time frame, this is a sweep of liquidity. Alright, and this wave of liquidity, this one can serve as inducement. So at the spot where we are presently, what I'm going to be trying to wait for is, I will wait for price to eventually go ahead and break this high before I'll believe it's now bullish entirely, because this is a weekly time frame, so you can obviously see what I mean, or what I'm trying to say. Okay, and even after this wave of liquidity here, if you look to this side, you'll see that there's a shift of structure around here. So more like, this is what you can see here. So you have price go up, come down, right, come down, go up here, then shifted it here. So all of this, you can see there is a shift. Alright, and it has gone up again now, and then this is it. So two things are either gonna happen. It's just gonna break this high, just go up and break it, or it reverses from where it is to sweep all liquidity start below. So my own best what's it called, advice would be to be cautious of this zone that we're trading, because it has traded into the weekly high. It traded into the previous weekly high. If you go to the daily time frame, I think it's pretty the same. This is the daily time frame now, so you can see price breaking structures up. So point is, if we are still bullish, so this is the weekly high that price has taken off, right? So I'll just take it back a bit, and this is the overall weekly drawn liquidity. So just what the heck is this? So I'll just annotate this. So we have drawn liquidity here. So if price is going to go up, okay, using this as a range low, it's the best for us to pick a POI around this level like this. So around here like this for a continuation. Alright, if you go to 2 hours, it still be the same thing. So it's the best for us to pick a continuation around here, given that this was the last breakout structure here. So more like, you know, if it happens, if it doesn't happen, fine, you get. So, and the only time when this structure is going to fully shift is 2 ways: either price comes to take this low, or while price is here, it trades something like this 1 2, then we'll know we're coming down. Alright, so I'm just trying to paint different scenarios that you should expect, and I'm trying to paint different scenarios that you should expect, and so that you can trade them. Alright, today is just Monday, so we're not trading, we're not chasing any price, nothing. Okay, we're just going to do our best, and you know, we're just going to do our best and trade what we see. So that's for EURUSD. The next one is for Bitcoin. So BTC USD, also on last week, which is preferably Wednesday, I told you we're going to be selling BTC for a short time. We sold this like 5 hour. So I identified 2 POI using the 2-hour POI here. So there's 2-hour OB right here. I think some of you that are following me on X must have seen it. So I told you that when price gets here, we're going to sell off from here down. So some of you must have seen the sale that I posted around yesterday. So this was it here. Stop loss slightly above and TP just below. Okay, so this was a BTC trade, and I think a majority of people are trying to buy BTC now. It's not like it's a bad idea, but I would prefer that if I'm going to tell you what to do, I'll like tell you, okay, it's better for you to wait for a shift of structure again. Alright, so I just take this one off. So where will the shift of structure happen? Maybe you know what it means now. So that means this bearish move stops entirely. But for now, we have the breaker structure here. We have this breaker structure here. We have a sweep of this high here. So this is what is still on. It has not changed until this is disrespected. Do you get? Until this is disrespected, before we can then say, okay, the sale is no longer going to hold. Alright, so until this is respected, so you possible re-entry will be if price trades back into this particular area. Alright, we're going to be selling again in this level. So checking the 2-hour time frame to see this inducement here. So look at it properly, you see it in 1 hour. So in 1 hour you have your inducement and you have the POI. So yeah, then we have the POI. The reason why I marked this level as POI is because this is a rejection block from the 4-hour time frame. Alright, and yes, so that's why I'm waiting. So I'm waiting for a push back into it. And by the way, if we draw a trend line from here, a bearish trend line from here, you'll see that it kind of like fall into the same place. Alright, so to be better for us like sell, it's better for us to sell when price gets that rejection block, and then we see a reaction off from there and sell. So that's a BTC USD. And then for USDJPY, I planned selling USDJPY last week as analyzed, but eventually price didn't give us the opportunity to do anything like that because it just sold off, right? Price sold off. You can see the way it sold. I think this was the news here and here. This was the news that was released, that tentative news I warned you about, and then on USDJPY. I'm thinking that there are gaps in the markets, but because I use forex.com, I don't like seeing it. So let me just check USDJPY. Let me check. I don't know, I'm just thinking, so I said it because I use this forex.com. So I use this forex.com, and forex.com does not show gaps. You get? Forex.com does not show gaps. So this one is a gap, alright, but I don't like using the gap, by the way. So back to forex.com. So this was where markets opened last night, and it gapped downwards. And so this was all because of Donald Trump saying something about tariffs on Canada if they get into a trade deal with China. Trading this period, or trading this, I don't know how I'm going to put it, but trading Donald Trump era with USD can be very, very annoying. I want to see something. So this week is FOMC, the blood of Jesus. I'll come back to this. I'm coming. Let's just proceed with what we're doing. So on USDJPY, you can see that the market is fully bearish. So what you're going to wait for in coming week is for price to trade up. So how are we going to do that, or how are we going to catch something like that? Because obviously you can't just continue selling. It has to cover up some of all these gaps. So here's what I'll suggest. So we have, so if you look to the left here, you have a super liquidity here, and you have a rejection candle here. Price can use this level now, and it even have a inducement. If you think this is 8 hours, if I put it in daily, you see it very well. So you see it in daily, so the structure is there. I put it in a way where those lines will not interfere. So this is where price is presently and currently trading from. It's either a response to this, or it comes to this daily OB here. I'm sorry, 8 hours OB here. One of the two. I'll just tell you, one of the two. I'll expect a mitigation of it to trade. I'm looking for how we're going to trade it up. That's the point. So that's the emphasis on trend really. So as price has mitigated it here, what we're going to be waiting for throughout of this week will be a structure shift. And how will the structure shift be? You know, as price came down like this, I know it's very volatile, so when you check it, you won't really see this kind of movement. I'm certain you won't see it. You only see one just long drop inside. Let's go and check it. So let's go to the 5 minutes time frame. So you see, it still has it, but then long drop. So let's see. Okay, even where price is trading at presently, we already have it trading inside. This is the mitigation here, this is the displacement here, and entry kind of given a little entry here. Alright, so if we, let's check 15 minutes first. Okay, 15 minutes also agrees, so because there's an OB here, so if you want to take an entry here, it will be something like this. Okay, this is first mitigation. I want to trade it back into maybe one of these levels like this. Alright, wait, let me see. So if you want to just take something like this, you can have it in mind. Today is just Monday, so if you don't trade Monday, there's no need for you to take this trade. You only take it if you know you are prepared to hit a stop loss. What's this? Hold on, let me get my phone to do magic. So let's see what we can pull up from it. GBP, sorry, USDJPY, UJ. I've seen it. So I just trade it into the gap. I think the gap completes. The gap is going to be completing 155. I can't see the gap from here. Let me see. 155 602 602. See, that's where the gap is. So let's, okay, it's around that level, it's around the same place. So let's see. I want to take it back from here. It's open to, oh my god, stop loss to be very tight. 153806. So okay. Let's just set stop loss. And the cap is there. So stop loss 153806. The profit is at 155602. Enter the trade now. Let's see what happens. Let's go ahead. And the reason why I am buying is pretty clear. Alright, I'm just going to save this inside the minute time frame so that it doesn't so the reason why we're buying is pretty simple. Mitigation of the higher time frame period, and then there's a shift of structure here and a pullback, which is why we're presently buying. Alright, now it might go even further to trade into all this level. We don't care about that. Ours is just to go in and go out. Alright, so that's on USDJPY. So moving on, we have a buy already on USDJPY. I might not stay long. Let me stay on it again for those ones that do not enter, so that for those ones that do not enter, I'm just going to stay a few minutes again Your entry is the current market price. Your stop loss is 153,806 and your take profit is 155,602. Alright, I think that's enough time to do something. Okay. So moving on to the next, we have ouch. So we have AUD CAD AUD card. So no one can purify my moment to you. Alright, so for AUD card, as you can see, price is very bullish at the moment. Very bullish, very bullish. Price is very bullish at the moment, and so well, I'm going to be looking forward to trading in the new week. Will be a continuation of this. We already bought, so we bought around that same, no, this was 2 weeks ago, so we bought 2 weeks ago, and so we're going to be buying again. But first off, let's see the weekly. Oh shit. Where we are presently trading at is a very dangerous level. You know why? Same reason, because in the weekly time frame we have a super liquidity here, keeping this as a strong structural high, and this is a rejection bar or rejection candle as we know it here. Alright, this is a rejection candle here. So price is presently at that place, and if you look at it very well, I want you to look at it. This is a weekly time frame. If you notice one thing, what can you notice? That every time price went this high, it didn't really pass it. So let me show you what I mean. So this is the high here, like this, and this is where we have been traded. So this is April of 20, what the fuck is this? April of 2022. This was February of 2023, and now we are here in 2026. It almost got there in 2024 September. So I'm just showing you what I'm seeing on the hard time frame, that where price is presently, you can use it to move. What do I mean? So you have this, right? You have a super liquidity here, and then price does all this inner structure here, shifted the structure, then break structure here. Okay, so this alone can serve as what? The inducement for price to continue. Alright, but then we're not going to just trade it blindly. Alright, we're not going to trade it blindly. For now, we're going to focus on the structure. What the structure is telling us to do, we'll focus on that, keeping in mind that there is already a mitigation of the higher time frame POI there. Is there a shift of structure here? There is no shift yet. So until price carefully shifts this low, then we don't have any shift of structure. So but then, since this is a 4-hour structure here, like this level, I can use it as my dealing range. So I have my low and my high. Let's see if I have POIs that I can use. Okay, so there's fair value gap just below. There's fair value gap here, and so since this one also coincides, since it falls or coincides with the higher time frame POI, meaning we have two contradictory POI now. Now be like, oh, we want to buy from here, and oh, price is already mitigating here to sell from here. So the best way to do this is, okay, if there's a confirmation here, you can take a confirmation here. So maybe price comes into this place now. It is certain that it's going to give a rejection to buy. So if it comes down, as price comes down and it doesn't get into the consequent encroachment of the fair value gap, don't take a buy. just avoid it. But if it does something like this, yeah, close to it and then reverse back up, eh, then we'll take a sell from there. If it comes close to the fair value gap, goes back up to maybe somewhere here, yeah, we're going to take a sell from there to trade it downwards. All right, but if it touches the consequent encroachment, I'm saying it again, if it touches that consequent encroachment here, we'll just take only a buy. If it fails, then we'll find our entry later on. All right, so that's the AUD card. Then this is a Euro AUD. So for Euro AUD, we had a certain POIs we were waiting for last week, but then price is not, the price was ranging at one point, and then I figured out that it's like we made a mistake. If you remember, I said we made a mistake. Why? Because I eventually now find out that okay, this was a range, but then this was a manipulation, and then the manipulation even has a shift of structure. Like, let me show you here. So this was a shift of structure here. So price shifted structure and then even give us entry, but then I didn't see it on time. If you can see, I didn't see it on time, and so we missed this sell. If not, we would have sold it when price pulled back to this level. We would have sold when price come back or sell down. But then that's the deal. We won't be able to catch our trade. We can only do our best to be present for most of the trade. Alright. So going into the new week, what do I expect and what do we expect? So I expect that the price is going to make a pullback, but pull back into obviously the zone that it took out last week, which is that time. So I'm going to take this one off. I'm just going to bring this one outside this. So this level is what I expect a sell continuation to take off from. Until price gets there, I won't be doing anything. So that's on Euro AUD, by the way. Then for GBPCHF, if you listen to what I told you to do, then you'd have obviously taken this sell. I told you that we had a POI from 4 hours here, and I think we tried using 2 hours last week. Yeah, but then the POIs were kind of like rough. That's why I say okay, let's settle and use the 4 hour. That eventually price might use this one as a general liquidity close to it to drop, and eventually that is what happened. Alright, so if you took the sell or took the instruction as given, then you should have sold GBPCHF here, and even where it is now presently here. Let me see, because let's look at certain structures of the market now. Alright, so I'm just taking my time to look at different time frames to see what price most likely is doing. So already we had a sell reaction off from there, and this looks like a promising buy because of this super liquidity inducement and everything. So if I want to tell you what to do here, I can take a buy from here, and the buy is supposed to have been on mitigation of the POI just below, like this one, either this fair value or the OB, like this. Alright, but then we already missed the original entry now. The original entry will be like around maybe 3.28. So let's see, put it on this high. So this will be alright. So this is like a trade you can ride on. Yeah, so this is a trade that we can ride on GBP CHF, like the buy on GBP CHF. So if you want to take it, the entry will be the current market price, and let's see with GB. I want to add my GBP CHF. Stop loss is so stop loss is around 1.05 883. Let's give it alright, so I'm going in now to 0 buy. So take profits will be, oh dear lord, so take profits will be around 1.07 1.07213. So you've taken GBP buy. You can see it again. The reason is because this sweep of liquidity, the inducement, the multiplication of the POI, and everything. Let's see even if there is maybe a confirmation here. 5 minutes doesn't have anything, so it's just be like a swing back. So let's see how it goes. We'll come back to it during the week. That's on GBP. Then next is GBP USD. So if you took GBP USD, you will see that everything that I told you to do, all done. Because right from that last week I told you there was a sweep of liquidity here, and it has led to a shift of structure here, and it has confirmed the shift of structure here. If you can't see it, I'll put it in 2 hours for you. So and the 2 hour time frame, you can see the shift of structure was here, and I told you, okay, we're going to be buying, but let's be patient. But eventually around that Wednesday, Thursday, price eventually traded into the POI that we wanted to buy from, and this is it here. So I told you that, okay, I don't know how I'm going to mark it though. I remember that I said, okay, I'll just mark the whole level down, then we'll use the middle, just the way we did for USD. And so but then the this is the thing is the take profits went as far than my own imagination. This was my own, this was our own entry here, but this was the take profit that we had in mind here. So eventually price eventually went way above what we were even thinking of, so we're only able to take only 4 hours. So just imagine, imagine how many pips even went after this. Like, it's so crazy, but then it's fine because we did our best and we took a trade. Alright, so on GBP USD, price is still very bullish. I would like to leave it alone to come back to it to see how price is going to form. Alright, I really like to leave it alone, so come back to it to see the way price forms, and so that we're able to know where to trade it from. Okay, that's on GBP USD. Then on NZD USD, similar, I have similar thing, but then on NZD USD it's different a bit because this is the structure from 4 hours, it's bullish, and from 2 hours you can also see it's bullish. So you have those high, the low, the high, the low, the high, the low, and the new high. So basically should wait for a simple liquidity here because this doesn't have a gap. So So liquidity might happen, might not happen, might happen. But then my own is to draw the POIs. So this is the fair value gap here. I need to POI close to this guy. Mitigated already. Rubbish. Then you have another POI here. So I have two places I'm going to waiting for price. One is here. If price mitigates this fair value gap in the 4-hour time frame and then leads to a shift of structure, so I'll just put it out. When it's coming down, it will be coming down like this, alright, and then leads to a shift of structure. This is what I mean. Then we'll take a buy. If it doesn't happen, then the same thing we're going to wait for in the POI below it. If it does not happen here and price eventually just disrespects that level or that zone, we'll just leave it alone and then trade the reversal on it. But for now, this is what I have, and let's see how the week is going to go. Alright, so that's on USD, then this is on USD. Eventually, if you really traded with us last week, then a lot. So last week also I told you that okay, after that breakout, this was a long breakout, that we're going to trade a continuation, and I marked this level. Alright, marked this level and price mitigated it and dropped. So if you took the sell, congratulations, we're just going to form a new one. I think there's gap in the, let's see, it's USDCHF. Yeah, okay, so the gap is just here, it's not everywhere, it's just here. Let's go back. So this is USDCHF. The last broker structure is here. I think even this one. This is the overall broker structure. This is the last broker structure here. So we have the daily range, daily high and low. So I need to use POIs that fall inside the premium level. So you have two. You have this fair value here, and you have this fair value here. So point is, we're going to wait for mitigation of those POIs. Okay. If I check 4 hours now, this will be one candle, kind of. Alright, so on USDCHF, I'm going to wait for price to trade into it, then cause a displacement. I think by now majority of you already know what displacement is, so I'll wait for price to trade into that POI, the fair value gap on the 2-hour time frame, and after that mitigation sorry, my throat is coarse, sorry about that. So let's proceed. So we're going to wait for price to mitigate the POI. Remember, it is 2-hour POI. I'm going to wait for price to mitigate it and then trade it. If trade is sell continuation, if and only it has a displacement to the downside. Right. So let me see it does just okay, it's the center, but then it's fine. I think I should cover this some fair value completely like this. Let's not do Ojoro. Right, so let's go. So this is USDCHF by the way. Next we have this USD card. So USD card, last week we had analysis on it, but price is not respected, so I'll just leave it alone because we have a new week opening. We have an unmitigated POI here in the 4-hour time frame like this, and a couple of fair value gaps. I don't want to chase price at all, do you get? So what I'm going to say is, let's just see how this one plays out, because it already has a very long gap. So you have this gap here, you have this gap here. Let's just see the way it plays out. When it forms structure, we'll know how to trade it, do you get? Today is Monday, we're not in a hurry. Next we have AUDUSD. Most of them, they've all gone like far away. So the same thing with the one we just saw USD card. We're going to do the same thing for AUDUSD, because the main reason is because I can't see any structure from the 4-hour time frame. None. The only structure I can see from the 4-hour time frame is the break of this structure here, this high. Alright, that's the only thing. Every other thing that followed, these are all lower time frame. Pull back and break, pull back and break, pull back and break. If you look at it in 1 hour, that's when you see it. And pull back, break, pull back, break, pull back, break, pull back, break. That's not what I'm trading. So I would like to wait for the week to really point out what it wants to do. The intent probably is a retracement or an expansion. So today is Monday. We're going to wait a few days to see the way it's going to play out on ADS. So we have ADCHF. I'm looking at ADCHF. To me, it's looking like two things. I will lie. One of it is looking like it wants to continue the buy. Also, it looks like it's gonna sell from where it is right now. From the 4-hour time frame here. Hold on. So from the 4-hour time frame, you have the last book of structure to be here, and liquidity to be here. So point is, if you want to go by that, we can say, oh, price is already taking out that level, but then we still have this PO right here. To me, normally on normal level, I'll say, oh, this is too far from that PO, right? But then the problem with this is, if you look at 8 hours, I guess, yeah. So looking at 8 hours, you see that we're still very much in structure, and in fact, this is like the 8-hour fair value gap. I've not seen it before. I'm just seeing this one now. So this is 4-hour fair value, 8 hours fair value gap. So what we want to like see now will be a structure shift, maybe from 15 or 5 minutes. So already from 5 minutes you have a sweep here. Just pointing out what I can see. You have a break here, and then before the break, this is a breaker structure here. Then price is breaking. It's just ranging. All of this is just ranging. Alright, let's see in 15 days there's anything to use here. Nothing. Okay, let's see 3. Since it's 8 hours I use here. So this one can serve as liquidity here. You want that. Alright, there's a fair value gap. There's a series of fair value gaps here, plenty. This is even one. So I can see this fair value here, like this one. There's a fair value gap here, so let's say I just cover it up like this. So mitigation has already occurred, like it's even an OB. So let's see, mitigation already occurred from the fair value gap there, like this here. Mitigation has already occurred. So point is, let's see how it's going to go from here. It's supposed to continue to buy from here, like from this level. I'll just briefly adjust the stop down. Okay, yes, it's enough like that. So if you want to take it to the current market price, this is what you have. Only 3 hour. If you're taking it to the current market price, you have just 3 hour. Where you are, let's go to 4 hours back. Let's see. Alright, cool. So if we're taking a buy from here, stop loss to just be below that low. Ouch, my legs. And stop loss to be around 0.53421. The take profit to be around 0.54292. Entry will be at the current market price, so shouldn't be hard. Okay. So I'm just gonna wait. I'll just wait a few minutes for those that want to enter the trade. Okay. I'm waiting. I'll just wait a minute. I'll wait few minutes while you all. I guess you guys must have entered. So if you're entering, you can do that fast. You can do that fast. You can do that fast. I'm waiting. So if you are entering the trade, that's the reason I'm waiting. If you're not entering, no problem. Alright, so I think I can proceed from here. So if you entered, price has already moved, I think maybe a few pips away. Stop loss at 0.53529. Take profit at the high, which is at 0.54292. I think we've entered like more than 4 trades already. Let's see how they go. I think 3 have been. I don't know. Until I check my phone. Alright, so this is AUDJPY. AUDJPY is presently very bullish. Price is just pulling back to retest. Let me see. I think I can see this OB in 8 hours here like this. Okay. And price has mitigated it already. In this kind of case, anytime you see me, let me, ouch, Jesus, my neck. Ouch. So anytime you see me cover up maybe a POI in 8 hours, 4 hours, and I cover everything, and you see that it's very big, just know that that kind of a market, I'm not waiting for confirmation entry. I'm just going in straight from consequent encroachment, because it kind of like mitigates the whole essence of stop loss. So in this case now, with this something I have like this high and this low, covering everything. If I was online, this was very early this morning, I guess, taking this trade from here like this, I wouldn't care what's going to happen and take it up like that. But then this is still my bias also. Yes, so this is still my bias. I expect AUDJPY to continue buying from where it is at the moment. Alright, for price has traded into the 8 hours OB. If you check 4 hours also, I think it's like a 4-hour range here. This is few madness. If you check 2 hours, see the same thing. So I think what I'm doing here, what I wish to do here would be this, to just see how price goes from here. I just adjusted it to the current market price, so that'll be like around 4 hour. The stop loss, you can see there's like 105.911. Then the take profit is the high that you see there. So I expect it to continue, but then yo, sorry for the brief interruption. I went to plug my router. Just thank God I even saw it. I just saw that it's low. It would have just gone off. Alright. Yo. So if you're taking this trade soon, yeah, you can go in. The stop loss is 105.911. Take profit around 109.142. Okay. Alright. Now that we take all these trades or whatever, doesn't mean that you want to take all of them. You have the trade you already trading before. Okay, and some of you even have analysis. I think it's been long I even addressed that. Some of you already have analysis. That is the way you trade. You've done your analysis already for the week. When I do my own, I shouldn't you shouldn't put your own foot out like it. You should not cancel your own because you'll be like, oh this is in a buy. I mean I'm seeing the sell. Let me change my own to buy. No, don't do that. I won't even be happy with people that know me for that. I won't even be happy with you if you do that. I tell you the truth. I'll not be happy with you if you do that. I will tell you, I want you to be able to build a trust for your analysis. Alright? And the only time I tell people that okay, the time that you can say okay, let me use DOS analysis, it is when you know that you do your analysis and yours doesn't really play out most often. Then you can then say okay, you want to use mine. Alright? Then you can see you want to use mine. I support and I'll always support traders, that are trying to build confidence in themselves. And the number one way you can build confidence in yourself is to do what? Is to trust your analysis. Trust is not something that is imparted upon you. Trust is not a gift. Trust is not a gift. Trust is only gotten from a place of testing, a place of experience. For example, I trust my friend. The only reason you say you trust that friend is because over time that friend has always showed up for you. That friend has always helped you in setting down times like I trust this person. Alright, because I trust my mom, I trust my dad, I trust my siblings. The only reason why you say I don't trust these people is from experience. Also it has failed or they have failed. I don't trust is there. So the same way when it comes to your analysis, the only way you can say I trust my analysis is when over time it has shown you that it works. And also, now listen, now this is where you should not miss me. It is not, you don't fully trust your system or your analysis during back testing. No, you don't. Because when you're back testing, there are certain variables that you did not put into consideration. But when you are now forward testing, that is when you're trading in the real life market, when you use that same system and it still works, that is when trust is complete. It's not like trust is not, you won't be able to trust your system when you backtest. In fact, the foundation of your trust will come from backtesting. I trust this thing work, I've seen it work on the chart, then I can also make it work when I trade it real time. Because as I was discussing with a friend of mine a few days ago, I told him, he was talking about backtesting data, and they were saying okay, in there to forward test too. And then I said, wait, don't forget that a backtested data was once a forward tested data. Because it's true, the data that we're going back now to backtest, at one point it was the real-time market, which is it is a market that you would have tested your system in real time. So if you're studying properly and looking at certain variables, you don't overlook them and you take them into consideration even as you backtest. It makes your backtesting way stronger, because some people, they just go backtest, just take price, replay price back, and that no. One of the things you want to take into consideration is time. When I mean timing now, it's not like you're backtesting data, you see entry around 3 a.m. So you don't even know that it was 3 a.m. You just took it because okay, this thing meets my setup and all. But in real time you might have been sleeping around 3 a.m. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? It might be that okay, during backtesting you got an entry, clean trade, maybe 6 hours, 10 hours, 5 hours, and in real time that was like around 12 o'clock in the morning. So there are certain conditions that you apply. There's certain conditions that you must put in setting that will make your hypothesis, which is what you're working on, it will make it more trustworthy. All right. I'm pro that. I'll see. There's no time I don't back test. I'm always on the charts looking at, okay, let me try this thing. Did this thing work in this time? How did it work? How effective did it work? All those things. I'm a student of the market, so I'll continue to learn all the time. You would never get to that point where we say, okay, we know everything now. There's not. You will continue to just study, to check. Why are you doing that? Because it keeps your brain active. When you use a cutlass, and then probably you're cutting the grass with a cutlass, or maybe you want to cut, let me use an axe. All right, you want to cut a big tree with an axe, and you give two people, you and someone else. The other person, because both of you are experienced axe and tree cutter, the other person is using maybe 8 hours to sharpen the axe every day. Let's say they say you cut it in 3 months from now. So this other person has been sharpening his axe every day, like maybe 1 hour. Let's just say 1 hour every day, 1 hour every day. But because you say, no, I trust my stuff now. I've always been a tree cutter. I can cut trees very well. All right. You cut tree very well, and then you be like, no, there's no need for me to sharpen that axe, just leave it alone. When it's time, we're going to go. The day you're going to cut the tree down, who's going to finish it first? Obviously the guy that has been sharpening his own axe. Why? You have the same skill, but the way you prepared is not the same way. The other one was busy sharpening his own axe in preparation for the day. You felt too confident and said, no, I already know how to do this, I'll just go that day with this. Are you getting it now? And when you do that, take his own principle. When you do that and you use that axe that is blunt, because it will be blunt, when you use that axe that is blunt, you will have blisters in your hand, meaning it cause you injuries. Not just you cause injuries, you waste time. Alright, so this you can apply to your life too. When there's certain times that you're supposed to do what you need to do them. Because when you procrastinate, when you don't sharpen your axe, you don't sharpen your mind, you don't sharpen what you use, your edge, you're going to injure yourself, and you're going to waste your time. I don't know how we even got here, I don't know, but then you take it like that. Let's continue. So always study. That's also the point of it. Always study. Always. Alright. So this is ADNZD. So from ADNZD, right? Last week I told you that we're going to trade in this guy from here, like this. For me till now, it has not been able to cross that level. So I would wait. I'll wait. I don't like chasing price. I don't even know how this price got here, because on Friday it was here. It was here. I mean here. I don't know when he mitigated this, honestly speaking. So I will wait for price to do some things. On Wednesday we'll come back to ADNZD and I'll show us where we're going to be entering from. So on CAD, card CHF. I like this guy's songs, K Strings. I like listening to his song. And there's one instrumental I used to listen to. That instrumental, I've been playing it for how many years now? Let me think. It should be 5 years now. 5 years. If I want to sleep, and probably I'm having trouble in sleeping, I'll play the instrumental. I'll sleep immediately. If I want to pray, probably I'm struggling, I'll play the instrumental. The thing has now gotten so used to my whole frontal lobe and my cortex. Everything, my brain now knows it. Soothing songs. Okay. So on card CHF, what I can see is there's an overall breaker structure here. What that doesn't mean, that's the main break. This is the main break here. So I would not pay attention to this. Next thing I'm going to do is to identify the fair value, the because using the daily range, this is the high. Let's go up. So this is the high here and this is the low. Fair value gap that is inside this high and low is this one. So I think that's this one. I'll just leave it at that, because I want to use the second when it comes inside. So we're going to wait, and this fair value gap matches with this key level here. You get? So we'll wait for what price is going to do here, and then we'll take a sell from there. You get? So by Wednesday, price should have gotten to this level. Alright, price should have gotten here, and then we'll be able to trade it. So panic not, for I got you. That's on cat structure. Then cat JPY, there's no need. This one don't go far. We'll just wait during the week, or probably next week. I think it's next week, because this one might just range throughout this week, because this fall was too much. All the JPYs were much, bro. Not just all the JPYs, I think all the pairs, basically. I think it's all the pairs, or it's not all the pairs. Most of the pairs I was seeing, right, they open with serious gaps, like crazy gaps, honestly. So I don't know. I don't know. But then let's just see how they go, right? Let's see how they go. So we'll come back to CAT's JPY during the week. Just leave it. Let's see how it goes. Then Euro CHF. Now Euro CHF did something marvelous. So it has broken structure. So what it did last week was this: stop liquidity here, mitigated this it mitigated the fair value. I know. Okay, I remember now, where I was saying that the fair value gap, there's no way we're going to draw it, because this POI, this is a sort of supposed to draw here, but it got mitigated here, and I am one person that I will say partial mitigation is still mitigation. So I remember saying that, and so I don't think it mitigated the POI there. If it did anything, this this support the resistance style, that's what happened here, like a breakout block, but this is a mitigation block. So mitigation block entry, leaving a superstructure there, and it shifts. If I'm not wrong, this is a shift of structure. This is type 1 displacement. This is 23.6. It's not long. Amazing how I've taught all of this already, everything. The other day somebody was telling me that I don't teach all. I'm like, I'm not doing mentorship again because I'm teaching everything like life. What do you want again from me? Is it until I sell my kidney for you? Everything I do now, I'm just doing them live with everybody. So and very soon, I said this in last year, but people might not believe. I said it last year, and I'm very soon I will stop doing this one. I'm only doing this so that other creators can be looking at what I'm doing and probably start it also for their community. Some people are just doing it and it's indoors, like it's closed. Alright, and it's fine though, it's fine, but then it will bring a new wave of how do I put it now? It will bring a new wave of a platform where people can learn. Yeah, that's the word. So take for example, just look at the moments where probably, I know these guys might not have time, but then the time when they have and they do something like this is usually massive. So say Dax or Decrease, or Kevin Talent, Kelvin Beep, Kevin Talent, Kelvin King, one of these guys, Motai or Tough, these are idolos, alright? Maybe they do it, and some of them already do it in their Telegram channel, just that some of you are not aware, so you should watch it. And I like it because now people know that they are going to look out for something for the week, even though they have the analysis to make and all that. But there's a way watching a particular substance, you're looking at it over and over again, you get used to it, you are filling your mind with it, and then you get used to it. So it's not every time that you want to, maybe on the FX Niger space, you want to talk all the time. No, it's not all the time we do that. We'll bring back the educational content, even though they don't move the same way other things will move, but then in helping one or two persons, and let it be like that. So like I said, very soon I am not going to be here again, and definitely it's going to be this year. So all I'm doing now, if you look at it, everything I'm doing now, I'm making sure that there's somebody that can continue it. I'm using style. I remember when I was in school then, my pastor would always say, if you are the best and the only best in what you do, because my pastor will say, if you are the best and you're the only best in what you do, he'll say that you are a failure in disguise. So you're in a particular department or in a particular place, and you are the only best in that thing, you're a failure in disguise. Say your family is just you that can do a particular thing in a particular way. No one can continue when you're not there. You're a failure in disguise. So I go with that principle a lot, and I have tried to bring few persons close to me. I did one thing like that. I don't know where he is now, but then I hope he's having a very good life wherever he is. But my circle is very thin. Those that are on WhatsApp, they're even angry because I don't respond to messages. So as I'm drawing you close to those ones that I'm talking to, as I draw you close, as I'm drawing you close here to take charge of things, make sure you're drawing other people close to take charge of you. That's the point I'm trying to make, because I am definitely going to leave this space, but I want to leave that other people will continue, not my own way. Everybody's unique, alright? So make sure that you that I'm drawing close, you also are training other people. Everything does not have to be I want to train you, I want to pay, I want you to pay so that you no. So I think the best, there's one thing they say the best gift to man is still man. Alright, I'm going to do my own best to leave my own mark, and I'm off this space with you guys. So we have to continue what we're doing. Yeah, so this whole block, I don't trust it, so you already know what I want to do here by covering everything. So hey, somebody said, how do you trade, or what do you trade? Hey guy, how I trade is not obvious. Are you not seeing it every time? I don't even know what I trade, Seth. I just know that I trade. So it was the essence of how do you trade. Alright, on this series CHF, this is what I'm waiting for, a continuation price to mitigate this level. So basically this is going to be very long before price comes back to this level. I know it's going very long. So what I'll suggest is just wait for what price is going to do during this week. If I go to 15 minutes, I don't want us to trade too many counter trends, so I'll just wait, let this one move, and then because these guys can just move once, alright, they can move once. So wait, if price comes to this POI, this is where I'm going to sell from on EuroCHF. Then from EuroGBP, I'm presently selling on, but I didn't give this analysis as the last week. No, I did not. This one I'm selling this because if you look at this here, I'm presently selling, like I'm on a sale right now. So there's a broker structure here, and there's another broker structure here. You already know what I want to do is to sell. So the next thing that I did was to find the 2-hour fair value gap, which is here. So I'm selling, and the drawn liquidity that I'm selling to is here. It's not a 3 hour sale. It's not, I think it's just 2 hour, I guess. Is it even up to? It's up to 2 hour. It's just this. This is what I'm doing. So probably eventually he comes back. I don't really talk tautology. Probably eventually. So if it comes back to entry, if it comes back to entry, then you already know what you can do. You should take the sale from there on EuroGBP. I'm just leaving it a bit for those ones that might want to take it. You understand? Okay. I'm not even monitoring the what's it called now? I'm speaking, I'm not even monitoring the live call. I don't know how many people are present. I didn't see anybody to retweet or anything. But then if you guys will retweet, you retweet Jerry. So I'm holding on for those ones I want to copy the entry, exit and all. Lord, I surrender to your King. Purify my heart to your you guys should learn to listen to songs that will elevate your spirits. Alright, then let's continue. This EuroGBP. Adibina I knew, yeah. What I would have done for this what I would have done in this EuroGBP was I'd have taken it from consequent encroachment, but mind you, this was midnight. There was no way I was gonna get an entry here. Yeah, it was midnight, which is Sunday. It was not even up to midnight yet. I think around 11 when market opened. So this thing, and I would have taken the trade on Friday, but then on Friday that not got in there. Friday it was here. Just look at it here. So this is Friday. So Friday was here. All these candles and they can frustrate you, but then make sure you follow your plan. Alright, so EuroGBP sell. I guess you've copied it already. So on EuroJPY, this is what we have. So on EuroJPY, we had a sale earlier from last week, but price did not mitigate us. So like I said, I feel like that drop was on all the markets, all of them, all the market drops had. And if you remember, last week we're going to the what's it called now, the fundamental session soon. So last week we talked about the World Economic Forum, which is WEF, the meeting that we having last week in Davos, and where I explained that 90 country very important persons were going to be there, leaders in 90 countries, including Donald Trump. In fact, with the day Donald Trump was going to speak, they kept his own time separate. So to tell you that Donald Trump, that guy really has power, Sha. That guy really has power. But then it's fine. So for EuroJPY, what I will expect, or what I'll tell you to do, is just wait for price to play out. The week is still fresh, a lot's gonna happen, so just wait. Because if I want to mark a level now, I can't. I don't have a dealing range I want to use. The only place I can say okay is a high that I might use is here, but if you look at it, it's too far. So what I feel like is going to happen is price will definitely form a new structure. In the advent of price forming a new structure, is going to take out a lot of persons with liquidity and all that. So just avoid it. I'll just come back to it later on EuroJPY. Then for EURUSD, guy, everything just played out like last week. Everything. So on this one, so I have the same thing I tell you for EuroJPY. Same thing open to here. Okay. So here, like this. Let's see what's going to happen here. But then, okay, I can see this. There's another block in this level here. You might not see it, but let me show you. This 4 hours. When I see ranges like that, candles like that, I know there's a block there somewhere. Yes, so there's a block in 2 hours. So let's just see how price, because it's supposed to be a breaker block entry model or entry style like this, but then I taught you that when you have something like this and then you have another block or something that just is in front of it, it violates the breaker block, and then you're going to use the block right in front of it. You get? And I don't think this is a session for that. We already attended those sessions before, but then I'm going over some of those sessions again, so that those ones that were not following me before and would like to know these things, can know them. Alright, this is EURUSD. Alright, good. This is GBP AUD. GBP is just moving anyhow. Okay, I'm seeing what it's doing now. It's trying to shift the structure, but then before it does that, I need to identify POI that I might want to use here. We use this server because it has a sweep already. Let me show you what I mean. It has this sweep already like this, and also a shifter structure like around here, but it's not complete without a second break. So what I would suggest is, if it has a second break like this, wait for price to, if it has a second break like this, wait for price to sweep liquidity, then continue. Sweep this liquidity here like this. Okay, and then you continue to buy. Then when you get into this POI, then you sell. Then you sell from it. But mind you, if if he, when he breaks here now, the first one, and he goes up and mitigates this one, don't bother to buy again when he comes here. Triggered, don't, because that will mean the price has mitigated the higher time frame POI. I hope I explain this in from time to time, so I hope that makes sense to you. Alright, so let's proceed. That's on GBP AUD. So this is GBP CAD. Alright, so for GBP CAD, you can see the price is bullish, given that it broke the overall structure here, and then the last record structure seems to be here. If I want to mark, are you opening your mind now? If I want to mark the breaker block from here now, right, like this, you have another block in front of it, so it violates it, you cannot use it. So we're just going to use the OB in front of this one. Now this OB is foul like here, but this is what I'm going to use. Alright, we're going to take a buy from here. So we're going to take a buy from this level like this, a buy from here. What I'm seeing is even a bit different though. I think I might miss this trade. I might miss it. Strong one, I might miss it, so I'm just going to adjust it like this. Better. I know why I did that. The way I'm looking at it from experience, from time, I have seen that most time I end up missing trades like this. I didn't sleep one time. I think I slept around by 3 AM. I was still awake. I couldn't just sleep. I was not backtesting, but I could not sleep. And now I feel headache. Once I'm done with this, I'll just go and take my bath again, because I'll take my bath again and then just try and sleep. My head hurts so bad, like as I'm moving the head there. Jesus. So that's on GBP CAD. If you look at it, we're in the 4-hour time frame. What you can see is a 4-hour time frame. Then this OB that you see here, rightly placed in front of the breaker block that we're supposed to use, has an OB. So I'm covering everything, then using the middle, which is a median. In economic statistics, you have it as median. ICC calls it consequent encroachment. So let's proceed from where we are. That's GBP CAD. We're almost at the end. Let me see. It looks like it's not even ending. GBPJPY, the blood of Jesus. Yeah, we're almost at the end. I don't analyze this SPX for you guys, so just like 4 that is left. So for GBPJPY, we're going to leave it alone. Reason is, or let me mark this level out here like this. I'd have said we should leave it alone now, but this fair value gaps, price is definitely going to cover it. But then I can see this level like this. I think you already know what I want to use already here now. So let's check it for 2 hours. It's not the 8 hours and go. Alright, it's in 8 hours, correct. I love you, Lord. So we wait for price to come to the consequent encroachment, and then we'll sell from there. So have that in your mind. Have that in mind. Next, that's GBPJPY. So for a sell continuation, then this NZD card, this one, it looks like something that wants to sweep liquidity, so just wait. It goes sweep up. Let's see. And then there's a fair value gap just waiting below it. So let's see what's going to happen. I don't like that. It's 2 fair value gaps here, so to take out the people that are trying to use the first one. They stayed long in the market, you notice this. Okay, I think I should move it closer. Alright, so I'm going to buy from here on NZD card. I don't want to forget this one. I'll buy from this one. So that's NZD card. Then we have NZD CHF. This guy is crazy because I plan to analyze this one with us this morning. I backtested this on. That's why you can see all of this. I backtested it on Saturday, but it has mitigated it and it has gone. So we'll leave it and let it go. But I expect it to buy though. But let's leave it. Let it go. We already have trades that are running. Happy? Yeah, we have trades that are running. And, you are my God. You are my God. You are my peace, you are my friend, you are my home. You are my leaves and you are. Okay, so NZD, I don't think I'm going to stay with you guys for long, because definitely the way this I'm feeling already, I want to go and pray. So I'm gonna end the session very soon. Alright, so what I'm seeing from the, let's go to 8 hours first here. For those ones that are descending, you would have noticed I've been stopping sometimes, so I can't focus on this again, so let me just go and pray. Okay, so you have a fair value gap here, mitigation already. Like I told you, this time buy it. I don't care if I use stop loss, I use stop loss, but then it has already moved. So if I want to buy from consequent, current market price will be like this. You are so 6 hours. So if you are buying this, entries are 91855, stop losses are 91480, take profits are 94048. Current market price, stop loss is below 8 hours. This is 8 hours. I'm using 8 hours fair value gap. Why? It's because this is the last break of structure here. So let me show you why. So this is last break of structure here. So meaning that the structure is still balanced. It's still there. You go to 4 hours now. I can't see any structural breakdown. Meaning price just fell downwards. Alright. Now if you don't want to enter at the current market price now, you can wait for a structure shift at where price is trading at now. Let's show you. So here now, so you have this sweep like this. So what you want to wait for is price to take out this high. Do you understand what I mean? So if you wait for price to take out this high, then you wait for a pullback, then you get your entry. It might not take it might take this high and not give you entry, then you can use this one too. Should get, so just have it in mind. So I have a bias for SAG price to buy. Then this one will be the end. I tried buying these guys. I want to buy them, but then they are just running away from me. So this is a super liquidity, but then I'm waiting. Let me show you why. So it has type 2 displacement. I thought you type 1 and type 2. So type 2 is when you have a sweep of liquidity like this, let me say it like this, right? And you want to trade the shifts and it does not shift this place. So you have first break, first break here, then second break, you buy from the low of the second break. So this is what I mean by the liquidity, like this. So you then buy, this is the liquidity that was made. So you wait for first break here. I still showed you guys this last week. I used it on DXY. Maybe I'll check it before I go. So that's first break, then second break. You see that second break, that's where you're going to either buy yourself from. So you buy from the low. Immediately price just clicked on it, you buy from there. So it's the same thing here. What the heck? So I'll show you from DXY, the one we did last week. So I'm waiting for price. So this is what I'm using. So price came here, so you have first, second. So I'm waiting for price to sorry, I don't go to rubbish. Sorry. So this is first here, and then you have this one as second. Alright, so this is what I'm waiting for it to come, and then we're going to use here to buy. Okay, so that's on S&P 500. So I want to buy S&P 500. Even US 30 has the gap, but then I'm going to avoid this one because it went too low. The gap was too low. Then even US Tech too, the same thing. So I want to buy just the same way S&P 500 is. The same reason. Let's see. Sorry about that. Alright, yes. So the same reason too, the same. Then we have gold. Gold is just on its own. Gold is just doing its own. Gold is on all-time highs, 5,000 psychological levels. Crazy. We'll come back to this one during the week and see what we can do about it. I think this is silver. Silver also is in its all-time high. This is BTC. No, this Ethereum, not BTC. So let's see DXY. Let's show you. Let's see. Alright, yes. So this is what I analyzed last week. I told you that we'll wait for price to go back to this POI, right? And then we're definitely going to see a push from there. And that's what happened. Let me see if that stuff is still there. I didn't delete it though. It's not in this one. It's not in this one. Then it's in which one? I think it's in DSS. I'm trying to look for something. I'm not seeing it. Yes, so it is. I see it's still there. So if you look at it here, I'm trying to show you the displacement 2. This is it here. So I showed us during the live session. So you have mitigation of the POI here. I don't even know. Wait. Why is this thing like this first? Is it this one? There's a POI that is making this into like that. It's still like that. Okay, I just click on it like this. Delete it. Rubbish. Alright, so from the last session, this is it now. So this is the hour time frame displacement mitigation here. So what I tell you to do, then you can find displacement. So the first displacement was this. Price broke the structure down. Then second displacement is this. So what I tell you to do, sell on the high of the second displacement, which is here like this. So that's where the entry was on DXY, and that's the drop that we saw. So you see it here. This is it here. So this was a mitigation, first break, second break like this, sell from the high. That is displacement 2 theory. Okay, so I think that's for that. Let's go to the fundamentals for the week as we wrap this up. On Wednesday, today we don't have a news. Tomorrow we also don't have any news. Before the news continues, is still on Wednesday by 1:30. Like I said, this is FMC week. So Wednesday we have a lot of news. We have AUD CPI news. CPI means Consumer Price Index. CAD, we have their monetary policy reports. Then we have their BOC rate. This is a very strong news also for CAD around 4 in the evening. Then around 8:30 p.m. take note, there is FOMC, the federal funds rate is going to be released on Wednesday 8 p.m. If you know that you don't want trouble with your prop firm, if you trade personal funds, no problem. You don't want trouble with your prop firms, avoid it. Then on Thursday we have one USD news, which is unemployment claim, and then the last is on Friday, which is by 2:30, two news, CAD and USD. I'm not missing anything. Basically, when we come back on Wednesday, I will still remind us of the news that we have on that same Wednesday. Alright, so as we end this session, yeah, for those ones that are interested in getting Funded Next accounts, You can click on the link in my bio to use it. If you don't want to get it, I don't know, anyone, just do what you want to do, right? Well, in the first quote, I saw a post just now by Lady B. I think it should be Lady B, but I know I saw a post not quite long. Yep. So I saw a post not quite long, and the post was talking about why in January, but a lot of persons are pressured. A lot of persons are thinking, I'm on this one, I'm on that one, you've not achieved anything, and you're not alone. That's what I want to, basically, that's what I want to tell you. You're not alone. You're not the only one that is feeling that way. You're not the only one that is feeling like you've not achieved anything, and this is the 26th day in January, and you decided that you want to focus like mad. It is one of the things that happen when you decide to take your life serious. They happen. But if you veer from the course that you're already following, it will not be nice for you. If you veer from this course, when I mean veer from the course, that is, you will allow yourself get distracted, it will not be nice. Alright, it will not be nice at all. So what you're going to do is learn to zoom out. We're in January, today's 26. So meaning in 365 days you still have so many days in front, right? Today is what now? Today is 26. So if you take it out from the year, you have about 339 days left. 339. And I'm not saying that you should now relax. I'm not saying that you still have time, then you should now fold your hands. No, I am saying that don't focus on your progress, focus on your process. Don't focus on your progress, focus on your process. You will measure your progress, your yardstick. You will measure your progress. You can measure it by the end of the month, by the end of a quarter. A quarter is 3 months. Alright, you can measure your progress by the end of 6 months. Don't focus on the progress, focus on the process, because it's just a means to an end. The process is directly proportional towards the progress. And what are the progress? What are the things that are included in your process? It means the things that you do, the actions that you take to achieving your objectives and your goals already for the year. You want to trade a $50,000 account, you want to trade a $100,000 account. Do you know that trading those kind of accounts, they're like a stepping stone to change your life, like forever, like for good? Alright, what are your plans to get it? You want to start with a 5k account, you want to start with a 6k account. That is a process, and you make sure you see it to the end. You can fail it the first time, buy another one. If you have to take your time, don't worry, take your time. Do you understand? If you have the money ready to buy, purchase an account. But if you have the money to fund your account, fund it. There is no need for you to delay your process. Your process is not the one that you delay. The progress might be forthcoming, you are not seeing it coming, and no problem. But you see your process, make sure you have your eyes fixed. You have your eyes fixed. You have your eyes fixed. You are on derailing. There's so many distractions on social media. There's so many things that you pressure yourself about because of social media. Learn to cut them off. When I mean learn to cut them off, because you will always be on social media. You don't want to miss out on informations that are, being released from time to time. And if you want to cut out social media, for example, it might be that you want to watch a video that's going to be released by TechCraze, and then because you want to be offline, you can be offline and be suffering. You just watch the video. There's some of you, it's just one video that is left for you to watch. You will just get that one information, and then boom, you are going up. So do what you need to do, but do not slow down your process. Make sure you're a moving man. You know they stop or anything, irrespective of how you feel. That's why I will tell you, if you check my bio now, motivation is fickle. Just do better. Just do what you need to do. If you're going by motivation, it means that you want to feel in a certain way to do certain things. You want to feel certain way to carry out certain actions. It's because you're happy and so you want to do. No. What about when you're sad? What about when you don't feel like doing anything? Because you have those emotions too. Yes, you're a human being, you're not a robot. And you're not alone. You get? You're not alone. And you don't even need that word of you're not alone to do what you need to do. You don't need it. What you need to do it. At the time you need to do it. Alright? If you know that you need to study at least 30 minutes in a day, do it. If it's 1 hour in a day, do it. You don't need anybody to tell you or remind you that, guy, have you done? No. The year is still very fresh. But the way your December is going to be will be the foundations that you are laying now in January. The year is still very, I'm telling you, the year is still very fresh. There's so many things that me personally to have planned that I'm going to do. They are not forthcoming as of even 26. Should I now say more? They are not forthcoming. Let me just no. I continue working. I think there's that rule in that book, Psychology of Money. I really like that part. It says learn to plan on the plan, not going according to plan. So you made a plan, it's not going according to plan, go back and plan again. That is what it means for you to be consistent. That is what it means for you to be moving. You don't give up. You're not giving in. You're just constantly moving. Alright? So I'm just saying this now as a reminder. This is not the time for you to be breaking your trading rules. If you're breaking, if you tell me you're breaking your trading rules, I can slap you. This is not the time for you to be breaking your trading rules. No. It is the time for you to stay diligent to what you're doing. It is the time for you to stay true to yourself, to accept where you are, not to even lie to yourself. I not to feel like, some of you have problems. You have problems. Why? Because to the social media world, you are a certain way. But to yourself alone, you know the way you are. You know you've not gotten to that level. Don't pressure yourself. I used to say something, I'll say it again. Don't arrive before your time. There's no reason to do that. Acceptance of where you are is very important to your growth. So you need to accept that this is where I am, and then continue from there, and you grow from there. It's not the end. In fact, it's just a beautiful and unique beginning. So I'm just saying these things to remind you. This is the time for you to be consistent, to make sure your head is focused. Alright? Your head is focused. You are very focused. Irrespective of the losses you've made, irrespective of the money you've lost, put it aside. Is it hard? Yes. Would you continue doing it? Yes. So don't put your mind on just progress. Focus on your process, because your process is directly proportional to your progress. Alright? And what are the processes that you have to follow when you are trading? Make sure that you figure them out. I used to say something, I'll say God gave us brain so that we'll not stress him. You have a brain, use it. There's no everything you depend on people. There's no everything you depend on artificial intelligence, your AI, to do for you. No. I posted something a few days ago. Sometimes you just sit down and use your head and think. Use your head. Alright? Use your head. Today, and maybe that's the word you're going to use. As you go about your day, just continue telling people, use your head. So I wish you the best in this new week, and I wish that you have more accounts passed and more rules followed. Alright? More new milestones and all. You get? So if you've not prayed, I don't know the tribe. I say tribe. Believe that you practice. So I'm a Christian, you know. So if you've not prayed, make sure that you pray. Commit your day to God's hands. Commit this week to God's hands, and do everything that you need to do. Alright? Pray. Commit. Just make sure you pray. Everybody's doing something. See, everybody's doing something. If you see her for the devil, be for the devil. If you see her for Christ, be for Christ. If you see it's Babalawo you want to do Babalawo with your full chest. Alright? Don't sit on the corners. Don't sit on the fence, rather. So make sure you pray. And my last word to you is, I pray that your week is blessed, your week is fruitful, and your week is productive. I'll see you when I see you on Wednesday.